We live in a culture that glorifies hustle. But what if the bravest thing you could do was actually slow down? As a projector in human design, I realized that rest is not laziness. It's actually strategy. Let's talk about why rest is so hard and why it matters. Our culture often says that busyness equals worthiness, and slowing down can feel rebellious. But at the same time, it is the most empowering thing you can do for yourself, and I feel the collective at large, because you are a living, breathing example of what life can look like when you slow down, when you lean into listening to your body, when you do what is best for you and you put that to-do list to the side and give your body and your brain a chance to breathe. Rest, it brings clarity, but burnout, that breeds confusion. When you're constantly moving and going from the next thing to the next thing to the next thing, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos of life. When you allow yourself to rest and take a much needed exhale, that's when the clarity has a chance to come to the surface. How could it come through when you're constantly on the move, when you can't even hear yourself think? That's why rest is so important. As a projector, I learned that my energy is not renewable. I look at it like a gas tank. Think of this. You're on a road trip in the middle of nowhere and you see your gas plummeting, drawing closer and closer to E, but you just want to push it. You can make it just a little bit further. And the next thing you know, you've gone past the point of no return and there is no gas station in sight. That is how I feel as a projector. When I get the cues from my body that it is time to slow down, that it is time to take a breath, that it is time to rest, but I ignore it because I just want to keep up with everybody else, that is usually when disaster strikes. Burnout, illness, injury, you name it, it's happened to me. But rest, that's how I recalibrate. That's how I refill the gas tank. That's how my body and my brain get to exhale. I think the most beautiful thing about slowing down is that it allows you to hear your inner voice, your innermost truth and wisdom. Because when you are running around going a million miles a minute and everything around is about do, go, it's very easy for your voice to get lost in the midst of that. So when you slow down and you shut things down and you shut things off and you allow your brain and your body to just be, it really allows that wisdom to come through. So you might be asking, like I was asking myself, how does one actually slow down? I don't know about you, but I've been conditioned. From my earliest memory, I've been taught to do, go, be productive, get it done, check the things off your list, and don't stop, keep pushing. So how do I change that? How do I shift that mentality? Some of the practices that have really helped me are long walks. I love to go on walks. And honestly, I really love doing silent walks. No music, no podcast, no phone calls, just me, my thoughts, and running my mind, as I like to call it. It's kind of my version of a brain dump, but more of like when you move your feet, you get to release all those thoughts and clutter that's going on in your head. It's also a great stress reliever. It's great, obviously, for your physical health, but I love it so much. And sometimes I pair it with this next practice that has been super helpful, which is journaling, but not the written kind. I love audio journaling. I love to open up my voice memo app and just kind of riff, do an audible brain dump of anything and everything that's going on up there. And I actually love to do it when I walk too, because it just helps me process and release on those days that I don't really want to walk silently because I have too much going on upstairs. And for my audio journaling 2.0, sometimes I will incorporate a good and trusted friend into the mix. There are times when I love to soundboard with others and have them mirror what they're hearing to me so that I can better reflect on what's going on inside. I will talk and riff, and I'll ask them, what do you hear in my voice? How does it sound? Can you mirror back to me some of the things that I've said? And a lot of them have gotten really good at doing it without me even saying anything. So it's been super helpful. And as a self-projected projector, my truth, my wisdom comes through in my voice, in the sound of my voice, in the way that I say things and how they feel as they're escaping my mouth. That is what I need to do to really hear myself and it's been super, super helpful. This next practice is one of the hardest: saying no. As a recovering people pleaser, I've been conditioned to do the things that make other people happy in spite of myself. But I saw a video the other day that talked about how people pleasing is actually a form of manipulation, and I could totally see that. It's manipulative in the sense that you are trying to control someone else's behavior and mood and energy towards you, and that comes from a lot of different places. But it took me a long time to accept and acknowledge that I was doing it to avoid confrontation, and it actually wasn't avoiding anything. It was extremely detrimental to both me and all other parties involved. So I've learned the hard way, I'll say, how to say no. But it is the most freeing and invigorating thing, because it allows you to trust yourself and love yourself and set the boundaries necessary for you to thrive and survive. And that includes slowing down. So when you don't want to do the thing, regardless of what your brain is saying, oh, you should do it, oh, it's the right thing, oh, don't make them unhappy, say no anyway. Choose yourself. And last but certainly not least, I love to incorporate slow mornings when I can. Not jumping right out of bed, not reaching for my phone, but stretching, praying, reflecting, breathing, being in that present moment, taking my time to wash my face and brush my teeth and pick out an outfit that makes me feel lit up and excited for the day ahead, to cook a nutritious breakfast, to eat it in silence without any distractions or trying to multitask or be productive. Just really leaning into the present moment to the best of my ability. Slowing down is how I return to myself, and I believe you can too. If you'd like a space to pause and hear your own voice more clearly, or maybe you're looking for a space to reflect, ask questions, or have those questions reflected back to you, check out Mirrors, linked below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time,